Hey, we're back, and we're whack.
Yes, I would say
Well,
that we're back and better than ever, but that's never, ever, ever been a true statement.
because we've never been good.
Yeah.
Oh,
Which
it's
is really sad because do you remember when like you were yeah,
better.
that's the soundtrack of my life. Do you remember being like younger and healthier and skinnier, all that? And then you think to yourself, even then I wasn't good. even
Even then, I thought I was fat.
yeah, exactly. I thought it was horrible then. Well, how you been, man?
I've been all right. It's been busy. It's been a lot of rain here in Southern California. It's been
Yeah, I hear you guys are getting a big old
nonstop.
storm.
Yeah, I mean, LA County got a lot worse. Riverside County not as bad, but it hasn't stopped raining since about probably at 1 a.m.
Holy crap. Wow.
Yeah, so it's been a constant downpour. Like not like sprinkle here and sprinkle there. No, it's been straight up like you live in a single wide trailer, water pressure from the shower head kind of rain, for like 12, 14, 18
Where
hours.
it could strip the varnish off a Foot Locker. Like it's like just
Yeah,
hard rain.
but but it comes down really slow and it's just really heavy.
the can you imagine if you still worked all the way in the west side of LA and you had to do that trek in this weather?
No, I just wouldn't go in. That's what I did when it
Yeah,
was raining before. Well,
that's insane.
with everything that's gone through that, yeah, they don't even have a studio anymore. Anyway.
Not that you're keeping track or anything.
Yeah, right. How have you been, man? What's going on over there in Texas? You guys
Oh,
been
dude, the weather out here is perfect and beautiful. So, I mean, it's like 68 degrees or 72 degrees during the day. And then, like, at night, it kind of gets nice and chilly
can never
and all
tell if
that.
you're
It's actually,
lying.
no, I'm dead serious. It's like
Oh,
perfect. Like, right now is like a great time. No, doing good. Found out this is one of those days where it just so happened to sync up that, like, everyone over the last 24 hours has gone to the dentist.
oh God.
Like it doesn't always work out like this, but everyone has gone in the last 24 hours. And the amount of money I now owe on my family is like, it's almost worth killing them to not
It
have to pay
almost
it.
sounds like you went to the orthodontist and not the dentist.
My wife needs an extraction and an implant. That's about $2,500.
She's
Uh,
finally getting boobs.
please, please cut out that sound clip and send that one to me. That will be my ringtone when she calls. Oh my gosh. No, just man, dental is one of those things that pisses me off so much because the insurance is never good for dental. I've had a lot of jobs, I've had a lot of high paying jobs. There's no such thing as good dental insurance.
No, the only
No
thing
such
you
thing.
get is free checkups.
Yeah. It's
That's
like,
pretty
thanks a
much it.
lot.
You're pretty much it. Yeah. It's like, oh, great. Yay.
Yeah. Oh
Mhm.
my gosh.
Well, that's
Uh,
fun. Well, I
well,
mean, sell a
I,
kidney.
yeah, I was gonna say I'm gonna have to figure out some like side hustle. I think I'm going to be driving for Uber soon because I'm going to need to pay for dental expenses. I joked with them though that the family vacation this year is now off
Well, no, what you're
because I
going to do
have
is you're
to.
just going to drive to wherever your family vacation is. You're going to Uber there, people, and then Uber back.
Yeah, that's true.
That's how
Or
you pay
I've
for it.
joked since I was the one that had the cheapest dental bill, I think I'm going to go on vacation to myself.
To
Right?
yourself,
I'm
with yourself.
well with myself. Yeah, I do a lot of things with myself.
That's
Anyhow,
unfortunate.
no.
What are we doing today? What are we
On other
talking?
Well, on other news there, man, you actually saw some movies that were not 2000 and like 12 Marvel movies, or watching Die Hard again, or watching The Predator. You know, any of the things that are in your normal rotation. And so you actually saw some movies. So I was going to ask you of the best picture movies so far, right? Which one of these have you seen? And then I wanted to ask you about them. Have you seen American Fiction?
No,
Have you seen Anatomy of a Fall?
no.
We
Been a
watched that
few.
one. That one is yeah, that one is a French movie, but that's actually really good. Have you seen Barbie?
Yes.
What'd you think of it?
I thought it was a fun, tongue in cheek, silly, kind of good story about the doll and everything. I thought it was fun to see all those people like not take it seriously, but it was fun for them too, kind of thing.
That's kind of how I describe. I
Good
described it as
movie.
this movie wasn't made for me, and like it wasn't made for me, so I'm not supposed to love it. But I thought it was okay. It was fine.
It's a fun
Did you
watch.
see the movie The Holdovers?
Yes, but I don't remember it.
Uh-oh.
That was a long night. Kill
Long Night.
or the
Killers of the
next one.
Flower Moon.
Yes. Gosh, that movie's long. Yeah,
The
it's
movie
a
is long.
movie. I don't have anything to say about that.
Uh,
Really, is it right?
I know that one. That's a love it or hate it movie. I loved it just because I thought it was incredibly well made and incredibly well acted. But if you asked me to describe the plot, it would essentially just be white people, they bad.
What a bunch of Indians. We knew it.
Yeah, yeah,
Martin Scorsese just wanted to put it on a piece of film, or well, let's say digital
yeah.
film,
Digital.
for 3 hours. I think it could have been taken down
Actually,
to
it was
like,
like 3 hours and like 20 minutes
yeah,
too. It was a long 3 hours.
it could have been an hour 45, or they could have put it into a small miniseries. That would have been better, I think,
Yeah,
because
yeah, agreed.
I live in my house. It's chaos. Like interrupted every 15 seconds. You think a 3 hour
Yeah.
movie is going to make sense after the first 47 minutes?
What about Maestro? Have you seen Maestro?
No, and I don't know if I want to. Have you?
Yeah, I have not either. Past Lives. I know you haven't seen that one. That one is another foreign film, but it's getting some play. Poor Things was way dirtier than you think it's going to be.
Oh, it's that movie. I haven't seen it yet.
It's really interesting. And Emma Stone is pretty fantastic in it, but it's just not. It's like Barbie. It wasn't made for me. It's not. I shouldn't even really have a view on it, to be honest with you. Zone of Interest. I know you haven't seen. I just saw it. It's a completely in German.
Oh man, that means I
Uh,
gotta read, huh?
yeah, you got to read. And I'll be honest with you, there literally is not one thing happens in the movie.
Well, then it's like Killers of the Flower Moon. I mean, nothing really happens. It's just a bunch of people
No,
die, like every other
actually,
movie.
in Killers of the Flower Moon, there actually is kind of a plot. In Zone of Interest, it is literally just following around the family that lives right next door to Auschwitz concentration camp and
I hate
following
that.
them around in their day.
I'll
Like
never watch
it's
that show.
yeah, it's like incredibly so. Okay, and then that leads me to the final one, also the favorite to win Best Picture Oscar, which I know you've seen recently, Oppenheimer, and I kind of wanted to get your view on it because it was my pick for Best Movie of the Year. I thought it was pretty amazing, even though it's also long. But I
By
think a lot
default,
of stuff happens.
or not by default, I have to be 100% honest. I haven't finished the movie yet. We're about 35. We're about 45 minutes left, so we're going to
Okay.
start it back up an hour and a half. So far, I liked it. I was super into it. Didn't have the iPad in my hand, listening to it because I grew up a lot of my life in Washington State in this little town called Benton City, which is right next to Hanford, where they did the casings for these bombs. So they mention Hanford a lot, and they start referencing things out there, which I kind of know some and I kind of don't know, but it's kind of cool to see that, like, where I grew up a lot of my life is in this movie reference with Robert Downey Jr. and that Oppenheimer guy, Christopher
Yeah.
Nolan. Yeah, that guy too.
Cillian Murphy, I think is how you pronounce his name. I thought it was pretty amazing, and it's one of those movies that's incredibly well made. It's
Yeah.
like you really, I was really happy to see it in the theaters. But even watching it on TV, like on a really big screen TV with like the surround sound going, and
That's what we had to go, and we that's why we had to stop, because it was so late. We were like made the kids disappear, turned it up really loud, had the big screen, and it was good. I really liked it. I can't wait to
yeah,
finish.
I like it a lot. Do you have plans of seeing any of the other movies that are like the big movies of the year that maybe are nominated for different things? Do you have any other?
We'll probably eventually get around to Maestro. My wife and I, the holdovers, I'll watch again, because I
It's
watched,
pretty good.
and I heard it's really good from a
Yeah,
good
it's pretty
couple
good.
of people. But is that one in a different language too?
No,
Okay.
the holdovers is Paul Giamatti is the like
Yes.
one of the main teachers at a boarding school, and all of the rich kids go away on vacation during this Christmas break, and the holdovers are the group of kids that get left behind because they don't have rich parents that take them away on like a ski vacation to like Vail, Colorado, and
They're
so
latchkey kids.
they're stuck hanging with this teacher over the Christmas break, and he's kind of like a curmudgeon jerk.
I
And
haven't
how
seen
they
this. Okay, and I have
Yeah,
not seen this one yet, so I'm
and it's
excited.
actually
Yeah, this
really
I'll
good.
watch.
And by the way, there's actually some for a pretty serious movie. There are a lot of like laugh out loud comedic moments too, because this guy's such a jerk that he'll just make some comment, and you're like, "Damn, that was actually pretty funny." And
Paul
that's
Giamatti's
pretty
like
good.
one of my favorite actors in the entire
He's
world.
good in everything.
He's
Like he's
so
good in
good.
literally everything he's ever done, pretty
He
much.
was
Like,
supposed to be the Rhino in Spider-Man. Remember, in the Amazing Spider-Man?
oh, that's
The end of
right.
the
The
movie.
Amazing, yeah, that's right.
Come on, man! He's like Russian gangster
That leads me to something else.
guy. What is something else?
You just mentioned Spider-Man. I had some questions for you here.
Oh god.
and I hope you didn't peek. I sent this to you. All right.
Fix
I
it.
want you to guess. These are the highest grossing superhero movies of the 2020s. So essentially 2020, 2021, 22, 23. So 4 full years
Okay.
worth of movies. These are the highest grossing ones. And honestly, it's more about how many of these on this list are what you would describe as good movies. So I'm going to give you the top 10.
Okay.
Or do you want to guess? Do you want to guess the 10? I mean, it's not like it's that hard to guess, but
let me get a let me get some sort of a idea of where we're looking at, because the years did blur together. So this is right when COVID hit, is what you're saying?
yeah, the year of 2020. So like January 1st of 2020 to essentially like, yesterday.
Let me look real quick. I'm not looking up the list. I just want to see a few movies in the beginning, because that will give me an idea of where we're at with superhero movies. That would
And
have
what's funny is an amazing amount of these on this list all came out in 2021. So 2021 had a lot of superhero released movies.
yeah, in 2020 they didn't have pretty much any, because everything was shelved and then
Yeah.
sold back and all that good stuff. So um I would say I know that Ant-Man came out after that, Ant-Man Quantumania, but I wouldn't say that's in the top 10. You want me to guess the top 10? I'm looking
Yeah.
Spider-Man into the Spider-Man No Way Home.
Yes, that is number one.
Okay.
Spider-Man No Way Home. It's kind of like no surprise to see that one at the top of the list, because it's actually one of the few that I would describe as actually a good movie. Like
Great
I
movie.
really enjoyed the movie a lot, and it was kind of great because they mixed in some nostalgia. Right, they had like villains from previous films, Doc Ock, Green Goblin, stuff like that. So it
They
was like
brought in
this,
like every generation Spider-Man they brought in,
right,
and they
and
did
then,
it.
so and they did it well. Like
Yeah.
they did a good job with it. In fact, I think both you and I talked at the time about how we almost wish they would have just made the entire movie, or how about they make another sequel where it's like we could actually see them interacting, because they only do it for like 30 minutes of the film. I would
Yeah.
actually love to see an entire film with these people doing something.
Just
But
them going from Spider-Verse to Spider-Verse, like the
right.
next one I'm gonna say.
So it said that one, by the way, has made about $1.88 billion.
Ah, wow.
Yeah.
Did you see the story about Tom Holland's check going to the wrong person, some old actor named Tom Holliday or something?
Yes, I saw that. That's a
He
big
goes,
surprise for that guy.
and he goes, "Wow, that's Marvel money. Oh my god."
Yeah.
Can you imagine? Oh my god, I'm having a heart attack right now. Holy shit. Wow, that kid's forever.
So you were right in the next one you were about to say. You were about to say
Spider-Man Across the Spider-Verse.
no. By the way, that one doesn't count, I guess, which is weird. It's not on this list, but I thought that one did a lot of money, but it's not on
Oh,
this list.
well, that's lame. Movies.
Yeah. By the way, that's another one that was incredibly good. Like that was like the two
Yeah.
Spider-Man movies are essentially the ones where I'm like, oh, I would, if they were released again in theaters, I would go see them.
Yes, yeah, I definitely would, because the bigger the screen, I think, on that one, and the cooler it looks, kind of.
Yeah, gorgeous. I was so excited to go see that in theaters. The other one, because I thought you were saying multiverse, so I was
Doctor Strange into the Madness of Multiverse.
right. That one did 953 million. It did 300 million more globally than its predecessor movie did, like the previous Doctor Strange movie. But everyone was, I guess, eager to see a Sam Raimi directed, superhero flick kind of thing, is what I think it would be. But I'll be honest with you, I did not think that movie was great.
I liked it, and I'll tell you why. We got to see the Justice, not the Justice League. What do they call themselves? We got to see a version of Earth with Final Four guy, got Mr. Fantastic.
Yeah, Mr. Fantastic.
You got then you had Captain Marvel was there. You had Captain Carter, which I thought was dope, because I loved that in that What If. And then you had
it wasn't bad.
Xavier, and what was the and then the dude with the tuning on his head.
Well, you have a guy that's in the movie that is next on this list, basically from the Shang-Chi. Shoot, what's his name?
Yeah,
he has the little orb. Yeah, Shang-Chi. He has the little orb things. He's the keeper.
From Shang-Chi?
Yeah, I thought was he in that one too, or am I mistaken on that?
I think you're
I thought he was in. Okay, he wasn't in that one. I thought they had that crossover with him. I'm trying to remember that actor's name, but the guy who played the main character, I thought he was in there, but I guess I'm wrong. The other one that came
Usually
up
you
right
are.
behind that
What about Guardians?
is
Is that in there?
Guardian did not come out at this time. No,
Oh, okay, didn't come out yet.
no, yeah, had not come out
Wait,
yet.
we're just sitting on Marvel right now, though.
Well, that brings me to the very next movie. Is not a Marvel movie. That
I
would
was
be
gonna say because I just looked up. Yeah, I know. Is it just Batman?
no, it's The Batman.
Oh,
2022 did a 767 million. Basically, it's just because of the popularity of that character, right? Like people
yeah.
love Batman, so they all went to go see it. I don't think they went and saw it because you never hear someone say, "Hey, remember that really awesome movie, The Batman?" Like no one ever refers to the Robert Pattinson Batman. It was, I think they just went to go see it because it was a Batman movie.
You'll know how good his first Batman was by how many people go and see his second Batman. That's for damn
That's a
sure.
great point. Yeah.
You know what I mean?
The next one on the
Hold
list,
on. I was
I'll
gonna
give you a
say,
hint.
didn't when they released the Justice League, the Zack Snyder's cut? Does that count? Because I know that was
That
released
does not.
pre-COVID.
Yeah, that does. Well, it might have counted, but it didn't make this list. So maybe
Oh.
it didn't do well on the re-release.
Is the Flash on there?
The Flash is not on this list. The Flash bombed. The Flash was
I
like
liked
yeah.
My Batman came back. I was so excited. You watched it though, right?
Yeah, I watched it because I was really, really hopeful that
Best
it would
part of
be
that
good.
movie was when one Flash goes up to the other one and goes, look, Barry, this bag laughs, and he opens it up, and it's all, which was what Jack Nicholson did at the end of the
Yeah, it's
Batman movie. Oh,
yeah,
so
it was that like that canned laugh of
yeah.
yeah. Um
What else
now
came
this
out?
next
Aquaman? No.
no, not Aquaman, that came out before. Um
What
this
about?
next movie
Okay.
was a huge disappointment and I actually thought was a really, really not a good movie, but it involves a very beloved MCU universe character.
Oh, so it's Marvel.
Yep.
Ant-Man?
No. Thor, Love and Thunders,
Love and Thunder.
720 million. Um,
I just didn't think it
Thor,
would make the list.
yeah, Thor kind of have like pretty drastically changed between phase one and phase four, right? Because he kind of became a fan favorite, whereas like the original like phase one Thor was like an afterthought almost. But like
Yeah.
Thor Ragnarok was like the high point. Like that was
That was
we
them
got
like
Thor at the absolute. They nailed it. Like they totally nailed Thor Ragnarok.
they
Super
let him go.
entertaining,
They
fun
opened the
as hell.
wings. They let it go. They let
Right.
it a bit slide. They're like, okay, he's supposed to be the serious one because he's protecting the nine realms or however many goddamn realms there are. But then he got a little funny and it was great. Thor Ragnarok kicked ass, perfect. Oh my god, Hulk's funny. He's
Yeah. Oh yeah,
naked Hulk.
Hulk on that one, perfect.
But
Love and Thunder
then
to me was this. I did not like. Like
they
I
let,
we
their
walked out of the
drag broke.
theater. Yeah, we yeah we walked out of the theater literally saying, "Well, that was a disappointment."
The best thing about that movie is that all of his kids got to perform in it because his daughter is Love,
Yeah.
and his boys were in the opening sequence where it showed him growing up running through the
Or
forest.
or who were the actors that were playing?
Sam Neill, Matt Damon,
Yeah, Matt
his
Damon
brother
was.
is one of them.
Yeah.
His brother plays him. Sam Neill.
Yeah. That was fun. I mean,
Oh, and then
the,
what's
the
her
movie
name?
had its
Millicent.
moments, but the movie had its moments, but overall, it was just such a dud. This next
Pinky.
movie I think you liked, and I actually never saw, and it involves the Spider-Man universe.
Oh, was it Venom?
Venom, Let There Be Carnage, 501 million. Basically, they only got this one because the first Venom film was like really successful. So they're like, well, we got to do a sequel. I actually never watched it. I have not seen the Venom. Maybe it's because I cannot understand that actor at all and his voice. So
What do you mean? Hold on.
The good old days.
That's him right there. I love it. There's so
Yes.
many one-liners in Venom 2. People don't even know. They're like, oh, like this.
It's gonna lose your. No, you won't. I will use it for bowling. Are you all right? All right, we're gonna take it to. What is the one that we like?
Lucky Strike.
Yeah,
Put it down.
Lucky Strike. Lucky Strike. I will score. 300 point game.
He's talking about going bowling with some dude's head for a good 15 seconds. It's so
yeah,
funny.
I've never seen it, so you should. That's one I should watch. You think?
Yeah, I do because the first one,
Watch it with subtitles for me, so I could actually hear what they're saying.
Yeah, you're kind of stupid when it comes to
I
language.
can't understand. Let's face it, he doesn't talk. He doesn't speak clearly. So,
No, he.
He disagree.
I mean,
No, I like it.
he's
No, it's
funny
fun.
when I can understand what he's saying. It's funny, but
You got to watch it.
the
It's funny
next,
because there's one scene where he sees the other bad guy, which is Woody Harrelson, and he's also whatever the things are. He's Venom, but he goes, "Oh, a red one. Never mind." That's what he was running away. Oh god, that's so
I'll
funny.
give you.
Okay, go
I'll
ahead.
give you a couple of the other ones quick, just so you could kind of hear them. Shang-Chi was next on the list with
Yeah.
432 million. By the way, that one was pretty good. I actually I liked that movie. I thought it was pretty good.
The sequences were really good. Actually, the bus sequence in the beginning.
Yeah.
Oh, and
Yeah,
then
yeah,
he's
yeah.
hanging off the side of the building. Those fight sequences were out of hand. They were so cool.
Yeah.
Was Eternals on there?
That's the next one on the list. Honestly, I am so surprised it did this well because it was a complete bomb and everyone makes fun of it. 402 million Eternals 2021.
That was the
and
first
it
one
was
to come
the
back after
for
COVID.
phase 4. Yeah, that was like the first kickoff of like essentially phase 4, right? So
Right after Endgame, yeah, that was the first one out. So everybody was excited because it's brought in like all the other mythical gods, or the good ones that flew too close to the sun and all Athena and all those other ones.
Oh, here the next one on the list. I can't believe I didn't even think of this one, but I want to get your feedback on if you thought it was good or not. Black Widow is next on the list, 379 million.
Have you seen
that
it?
was summer of 2020. Yeah, I saw it. We were living in Texas. Our theaters were open, so yeah, I went and saw it in the theater.
I saw it in my house, jerk. We don't
Yeah.
live in I don't know where I live. But no, I liked it actually. I do like.
I thought it was okay. I thought it was. I wished they had made that movie 4 years earlier, when everything was like just hitting. Everything that Marvel was releasing was like boom, boom. Everything was good, good, good. I think that if this movie was made a few years earlier, it would have been, I think, kicked up a notch. It would have been a better movie.
It would have been
That's
a
just
lot
my
better
opinion.
because this was one of those. This was the one where everything already happened. And you're just looking back to see what happened. So she had
Right.
already gotten past this point and stuff where they even tied in a vest from this movie, which hadn't been shot yet. From the vest she was wearing in Endgame, they gave it to her sister, kind of thing. It was kind of fun. I like the characters. Well, I don't remember what the character was, but the dude that played David Harbour, he played the red super, Russian Captain America, basically.
Yeah, yeah.
I liked him. He was funny. And then Rachel Weisz is always great. So I'd watch a movie with them. That'd be kind of fun.
Right. But I mean, now, so that came out in 2021. Now imagine if that movie came out in 2014
I would say 2017 would be better.
or 2017. Yeah,
Right
something
before,
like that.
Right before
Like-
Infinity War Endgame, it would have been
Right.
huge. It
Oh,
would be
dude,
huge.
but imagine the type of movie they would have made for Black Widow then. It would have been firing on all cylinders and it would have been awesome. Instead, we get this movie, which was, good, but I would not describe this as a movie I really need to watch again. It's just like, oh, it was decent, it was good.
This was a setup that for sure, like the Secret Invasion TV show set up
yeah,
for the next movie of Thunderbolts. Because what's her face, Julia Louise Dreyfus is recruiting all these rejects from all the series and all these movies. It got the bad Captain America. You got White Widow. There's the other dude in the mask in this one. So she's recruiting all them for Thunderbolts. Is my thought of that whole premise of that movie. That's why they needed this one.
Two more round out the list, and they are both essentially like the same movie. So in 2020, one of the only items on this list in 2020, Birds of Prey was 200 million, and then Suicide Squad at 167 million,
Wow,
which came out in 2021.
Really? Like Suicide Squad got less than Birds of Prey?
Yeah, it
Movie was
says
way better.
So here's what's really interesting. It was, so you have the Suicide Squad and Suicide Squad, right? 2016 was Suicide Squad, and it wasn't well received. It was like a total bomb.
That's
so in
the one
2021,
that was the one with Will Smith.
Right. They did the Suicide Squad and did it as like what I would call a soft reboot. Like it wasn't like a hey, here's a sequel. It was almost like Men in Black flashing the little light thing in front of your eyes and going, forget that last movie existed. Pretend that this is the movie that we released instead,
Or it was like somebody walking into a room and picking their team, and everybody was on the team last year, and they go, "No, we're just going to keep you and you. Everybody else, get the fuck out of here."
Yeah,
Because it kept Harley Quinn, it kept the other guy. It was more tongue in cheek too. Will Smith was way too goddamn serious in the other one. Plus, it was James Gunn, I believe, and it was the villain was amazing. It was so hilarious. Well, there was a couple of them, but along the way, but the one at the very end, this huge starfish, it was great. And then you got the Peacemaker series on HBO. I don't know if you ever watched that.
Mhm.
That was funny. It was really good, and it brings in Viola Davis or whatever, the chick in charge, that puts together.
Yeah, I think
Suicide Squad.
that's Viola Davis.
Yeah.
I think that's her.
So I really liked the second. I liked the Suicide Squad. The first one was okay, but the
first one I actually did not like at all. The Suicide Squad is kind of rewatchable. It's one of those, if I'm working from home and I'm on the home computer and it's on TNT or whatever that channel that always plays it, I won't seek it out, but I'll be like, screw it, it's on in the background, and I kind of like let it sit. Suicide Squad.
That sequence is Harley Quinn, Margot Robbie, where she escapes. She kills everyone walking out of the building with 2 guns, beats some people, throws them around. Total awesome sequence. Gets out of the building and is getting into a taxi cab with this giant gold javelin. Gets in the car, looks over and sees Idris Elba getting ready to climb the building. So gets out and goes, "Hey, what are you guys doing?" "Oh, we're just going in there to rescue you." "Oh my God, you came back for me? Do you want me to go back in?" And she gets like, it's so funny. There's so many stuff like that in between the actual action scene. I mean, there's a shark that talks, for fuck's sake.
Yeah, which is hilarious. Wearing jean shorts,
Yeah, voiced by Sylvester Stallone.
Yeah.
Can we stop giving this guy roles, please?
Yeah.
I know he's got 4 daughters, which damn, they're expensive, but still, I need some food. But yeah, no, I like that movie.
Well, that was the end of the list of what I had.
Okay. What did we want to we're going to make predictions on another one down the road. So other than
we're going to do Oscar predictions when we get a little closer. The Oscars are March 10th. We'll kind of do it that week before and give our official picks.
Did you want to go over any movies coming out this year that we might want to see?
Why don't we save that? Let's save that for next topic, because I know there's a few I want to talk about. Definitely like the new Deadpool and the Joker movie and Twisters. I mean, there's a few on there that we want to talk about, but let's dive into that a little deeper on the next one, because I'd like to spend some time on that, because there's a few I definitely want to hear what your thoughts are.
There's some giant sequels coming out, like the second Joker, Joker Folie with Lady Gaga, plus Gladiator 2 is going to be coming out, and Twisters. I don't know if that's a sequel or not, but and then Ghostbusters, Inside Out.
Yeah, there's a lot.
So many.
Yeah, there's a lot. I think let's totally attack that next time.
No problem.
But I listen, man, on the week ahead, I hope everything goes good for you. I hope it stops raining at some point.
Me too. But if it doesn't, I'll work from home more often.
Yeah, work from home more often. Nothing wrong with that either.
You too. Tell the family hi for me, and don't forget to feed them.
Oh, wait, hold on. Let me write that one down. Feed children.
And tell your wife congratulations on her new implants.
Yeah, I will. Please send me that clip. All right, everybody. Thank you very much. And I don't care about any of you, so bye.
I think I know.